Hi everyone, it's DeBono, and I have a great gobble gobble turkey border for us to create. This border was the creation of one of my teammates, Caroline, and she said that I could share it. So thank you, Caroline, for being so willing to share your ideas. And this uses quite a few of the Creative Memories punches. And there will be some workarounds for them if you don't have particular sizes. So let's get started. You could make a full border, or you could just do one turkey, whatever works for you. And this is definitely a great Thanksgiving page. So this is what our border is going to look like. Let me take it out. I have the turkeys resting nicely in their little houses here. So this is what the border is going to look like. And to make this border, you need 3 different papers. I used a yellow or a gold. You can use a red or an orange and a brown. I've used some brown for the body, little white here for the eyeballs, and red for the little waddle, and a pale yellow for his little feet. Okay, so let's get started. I am going to be using the Mandala punch to make the feathers. And the Mandala punch is a fun punch because it's got this beautiful scallop, this roundness here. And by stacking the 3 different colors, it actually kind of looks like little turkey feathers. So let's start with our first color, which is the yellow or the gold. We're going to punch a complete border. Then we're going to do the red or the orange and punch a complete border, and then the brown and punch a complete border. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start with the gold or the yellow. I'm using the Mandala punch. You could also use, if you don't have a Mandala punch, you could use a petal, the petal border punch, or any kind of punch that's going to give you a big round scallop that's like that. Now, with a border punch like this, what we want to do is make sure that we insert our paper in where it says the Creative Memories in the front of the punch. There are 2 little black lines. We're going to insert our paper all the way, so right to that black line. And that's where we're going to start our punch. And we're going to put our paper all the way towards the back. So it's on the black line and then all the way towards the back, and we're going to punch our first punch. Move it down and then match your punched piece to the picture on the shelf. The picture on the shelf there. And punch again. Move it down. Match your picture on the shelf. Punch again. Move it down. Match your picture on the shelf. Punch again. Match your picture on the shelf. And punch again. Okay, now with the gold, before you clear out your debris, we are going to save some of these inside pieces here to make the little turkey beak. So some of these inside pieces, let me see if I can just put them on a little piece of white here to show you. Some of those inside pieces that came out of the Mandala punch, you can use to make the little turkey beak. Okay, so don't throw all of those out. We're going to use, well, we need 5 of them, so. Okay, now we're going to cut this gold piece to 1.5 inches. So let's put this into our trimmer. We're going to have our highest point, the highest point of your mandala or whatever punch you're using. We're going to place that highest point at 1.5 inches. And we're going to cut that straight through. Okay, so the yellow or the gold is cut at 1.5 inches. Now we're going to take our red piece or orange, which is our second layer, and we're going to punch another complete border, inserting it on the black line all the way to the back. Match up your picture on the shelf and punch a complete border all the way through. And every once in a while, you'll get a little whisker like this that peeks out. Just clip it with your micro tip scissor. Okay, we're not saving any of these pieces, so you can get rid of your debris. And now we're going to cut this one to 1.75 inches. 1.75 inches. So let's put our red or orange border. We're putting it into our trimmer. We're making the top points go to 1.75 inches. And we're cutting that all the way down. Now for our third border, I am using a brown, and this is an older piece of brown, my gosh, from an older pattern, but because it's the back piece, you're not going to see so much of that pattern. And these are a great time to use some scraps, really. So we're going to punch this all the way through again. A complete border. And match your picture, punch. And punch again, and punch again. Oops. Okay, and we don't need any of this. I thought I could use the little pieces for the arms, but they were way too small. He looked a little misshapen. So, and now we're going to cut this to 2 inches. So put our piece at the 2-inch mark. You want the tops of your points at the 2-inch mark. And we're cutting all the way through. Okay, so now let us assemble these pieces. You're going to put the 2-inch brown is going to be your base. I'm just going to put this on some wax paper on the white so you can see it better. Okay, the brown is going to be our base. Then on top of that, we're putting the 1.75 inch red or orange. So we're going to go ahead and tape that down with the repositionable tape. And I'm putting it right on top of the bottom of the brown. So it just goes right on top of that. Okay, so it's right on top of the brown. And now I'm putting my smaller piece of yellow or gold right on top of that. So very fast one to do. This mandala punch is so versatile. And this is going directly onto that, the other 2 pieces. So this is what we have right now. This is the base for our turkey feathers. Isn't that nice? And even if you didn't use this, you could use this for autumn. You could have it on the side like this. You could put your leaves. You could put a leaf sticker up the edges. It's a beautiful autumn border as well. Okay, so now let's build our turkey. Now this cute little guy, we're going to start with the little head. And I am going to use some of the older Creative Memories punches that we have had. So for the head, we are going to use the 1-inch circle. And for the body, we're going to use an 1.5-inch circle. Now, if you don't have these punches, you can make these with the circle number 1, which is the smallest circle of the cutting system. Okay, so the head would be circle number 1, and the head would be the blue inside, and that will give you 1 inch. And if you're not sure, take a look at the sizing guides. Your templates came with sizing guides when you first got them. And on this one, this is circle number 1 here. The sizing guide shows you, this is the size of the template. It fits directly onto that sizing guide. And then you see the different colors. So the red is where the red blade cuts, and that says 1.5 inches. The green is where the green blade cuts, and the blue is where the blue blade cuts. So the blue blade on the inside is going to give you a 1-inch circle, and the red blade on the inside is going to give you a 1.5-inch circle. Okay, so I'm going to say those again. We are going to use circle number 1, which is the smallest circle in the templates. The head is 1 inch. Circle number 1, blue inside. The body is circle number 1, same circle, red inside. That is if you do not have the older Creative Memories punches or any other circle punches that you may have. So we are going to need 5 of the heads, the 1-inch circle, and 5 of the bodies, 1.5 inch circles. And sometimes if you're doing this live with me, you can just make one and then go back and finish the rest of them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach, I'm just going to place move this down just a teens. I'm going to put some of my little heads onto my bodies. And I'm just going to use the repositionable tape. So there's 5 of these all together. I'm just going to put a little bit of repositionable tape. And I'm going to just put the head onto the... And you can do this and make in white and do snowmen. This is the same way that you can make a snowman with, you know, and then make a little hat. You could do these different colors of blue. I think that would be really kind of nice. So I'm just putting a little bit of repositionable tape at the bottom of the smaller one. And I'm just putting it onto my turkey bodies there until we come up with. Okay, so that is the turkey body. That's the 1-inch head and the 1.5 inch body. Now to make the little waddle, and I had to look it up what that was called here. So it's this little waddle, the little red piece that is under the turkey's neck there. I'm actually using a heart punch. So this happens to be a 3/4 inch heart, and I'm punching that in red. So I'm going to punch 5 of those. This is a 3/4 inch heart punch. You could use any heart punch that you have. What we're going to do is just turn it upside down. Nope, I didn't punch all the way through. We're going to turn it upside down and have the heart be the bottom of the waddle. Okay, so I'm actually going to turn them upside down like that. So you want a little red heart, about 3/4 of an inch. It doesn't have to be, you know, whatever heart punch you have, I'm sure would be fine. And we need 5 of them. And don't forget, we're going to turn them upside down. So the heart is going to be upside down. I'll just cut these to make a couple more hearts. Yep, the heart's going to go upside down. Just like that. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to put a little bit of repo tape and then try to nestle. I'm going to nestle the heart under the head. I'm going to nestle the heart between the body and the head. So you may have to do a little bit of turkey surgery here. So I'm just going to kind of nestle it under there. And maybe you have to lift him up. Put it on the little head there. Yeah, I may have to lift him up and then put more tape on the back of it. Okay, so this is what we're creating, the little waddle, this little red piece, and that is the upside down heart. And we are nestling it under the head, between the head and the body. So maybe I actually need tape on the whole thing. So I'm just going to put that right up there and then put its head there. And they don't all have to be perfect, you know, because turkeys are live animals and they move around. So we're just gonna, you may even have to just lift it up, the head, and then just put the head back on the body. There you go. It's awfully cute, isn't he? It's coming together. Good thing we're not eating this one for Thanksgiving. And we're just going to put that one just back on top of there. And then the last one. And they don't all have to be eaten, really. They don't. So okay, now if you want to be real secure about this, you can put some tape chips on the back of your turkey. And these are tape chips. These are like if you have a photo splits from the old CM, they just kind of hold it in place. And I think it becomes a little more secure. They just peel off. And when you're ready to put it down, they're actually tape in here and you just lift up that corner. But I'm just putting it between the head and the body, just like that, to secure them together. I just want to make sure they're not going to fall apart as I'm working on them. Okay, and now we're going to put the little turkey beaks on. And you can also use, if you have the mini trio punches that actually had a heart and it has some little dots for eyes, I'm just using a hole puncher and I'm just going to punch little eyeballs for my turkey. So I need like 10 eyeballs. I'm just going to punch a bunch so I have them all. And then I'm just going to pop the eyes in with, I'm going to use a glue pen, Creative Memories glue adhesive. And I'm just going to put some glue on the little eyes and the back of the eyes. And then flip them over and it's going to go right on the little turkey. And I use the glue pen also for these little pieces for the beak, those little gold yellow pieces that we saved from the punch. That can also be part of the beak. And this is what takes the longest part here. Is just doing a little beak and the eyes. Okay, so that is what that looks like with the little eyes and the beak there. And then I'm just going to take my black pen and I'm just going to draw some half eyes on the bottom of the turkey. You can make the turkey eyes go all over. Okay, so I just drew a little bit of, added a little bit of black bold tip pen onto the eyeballs. Oops. Where is he? There we go. He's hiding. He doesn't want to be eaten. Okay, so we're gonna I'll finish all the rest of these turkeys a little later, but I don't want to hold you up. But now for the arms, I am using the 5-leaf punch to do the arms. And what I did was I punched them out of brown. And this is the 5-leaf punch. And then I'm going to just use the top 3 because the bottom 2 are a little too small for that size turkey. So I'm going to clip the bottom 2 off. But look how cute that is for little whales' tails. For those of you who've gone on cruises and went whale watching, that could be, you can put these along water curves there and pop these little pieces in there, and those are little whale tails. How cute is that? So we're going to use the top 3, I mean. And we're just going to clip them out. I'm going to cut the 2 bottom ones. Well, actually, I'm just going to use the 2 bigger ones. Just like that. So you have some. Okay, so clip out the little whale tail. And then you're going to cut the 3 just like that. So now you have 3 pieces of the 5-leaf punch. Okay, and I'm going to just turn my turkey over, put a little repo tape on the back of it, and now I'm going to place those leaves behind and make little arms, little wings. Just like that. So like little turkey wings. And if you want, I did the same thing with this because I didn't want these wings coming off. I am using my tape chips to just keep the wings on. I just want to be real secure here. I don't want them falling off. Okay, so I'm just securing the wings with the tape chips. Okay, so we are taking the 5-leaf punch. We're cutting off the bottom 2. Those are your whale tails. And then we are clipping the top 3. And those will become the turkey wings. So turn the turkey over, put a little bit of repo tape on the sides of the body, and then you can place the wings on the turkey. Okay, and I'm going to go and do the same thing with the tape chips on the back so that they don't come apart. Okay, so I will continue to play with these. And now for our little feet for our turkey. I used the spring leaf punch, and the inside of the spring leaf punch, which gave us these little pieces that came out of it. So this is what we're punching out from the spring leaf punch. So you actually have a leaf and these little feet here. They're actually sprigs, but I'm using them as little feet. Okay, so this is the spring leaf punch. If you don't have a punch like this, you can certainly, once you have your turkeys on your page, is just draw them in with a fine tip pen. So that is another alternative, is just drawing them in with a fine tip pen. Okay, so that's the feet, and then that's the leaf. And what I did with the feet, with these little feet, is I have them facing down, and I just clip the 2 from the top, from the side. I only need 1 leg here. So these 2 are getting clipped. Okay, so I only have 1 bottom leg. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clip all of those from the spring leaf punch. And I'm going to turn my turkey over, and I'm going to put repo tape on the back, on the bottom there, and then just add the little feet. And as I said, if you don't have this punch, no worries. You can just draw it in when you have the turkey on your page. Okay, and then this is what it looks like. And that is the turkey with the little feet. Okay, and I'm going to also, again, put little tape chips because these are very fine and I really don't want them moving around. So another tape chip. So that's what the back of the turkey looks like, but it's very secure. Okay, and once you have all your turkeys made, then you're just going to attach the head. I'm going to peel off some of the big piece of tape chip that's on the back of the head. Okay, and then attach the turkey head to the border. And when you're done completing your 5 turkeys, this is what your border looks like. And you see, you can add it to any of the wonderful papers in the autumn harvest paper pack. I'm going to put him on some pumpkin paper here, and you see how nice and rich that turkey looks. So I hope you enjoyed your turkey border. Thanks to my teammate Caroline for helping us create it and for allowing me to share. And please tune in another time to another one of my technique classes. Please let me know if you like my videos. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. It's Bev DeBono Designs. And if you subscribe to my channel, you'll get a notification every time I post a video. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Bye-bye.